apologise to everybody for no sound.
There was no sound. I'm sorry. We'll not press the mic button. Okay, so take 2. Hello and welcome back to this week, part 7 of the Dodge Charger. How did it get to part 7 so fast? It seems to have like flown by. For those of you that are new here, I'm Kez. Phil is next to me. He will be disappearing in a minute just to finish off something, and then he will be back, I hope. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so if you've got any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I will keep stopping and looking at the screen to see if there is any questions, and I will answer as best as I can. So on that note, I'm going to switch cameras and we are going to be looking at the Dodge Charger. So turn my machine on. So I have here the razor tip SL3, and I will be using the spear shader. So it's a flat shader, bent at a 45-degree angle with a point, and it just works well for me. So, and I have this on a number 37 at the moment, so I'm just going to turn that on. So 37 is roughly a medium heat. Yeah. So I've got my piece of paper that I keep folding, and we're going to get some of this layering in here and then start on the rest of it. Okay, so let's bring that down a little bit and across. There we go. So where to start? So we've got some of this in the wheel. So last week we were doing the layering, and then we went over the top of the car. I wanted to say bonnet then for some reason. I know it wasn't a bonnet, it's a car. Yeah, we're just going to get in a few more layers in here because this needs to be just a little bit darker. So we're just going to zoom that in a little bit.
Right,
across.
before I disappear off to do car brakes again, joining us this afternoon at the moment is Way Bigfoot and Valerie, although they've got to disappear off.
I hope everything goes well for you guys.
Andrew from AGK Woodworks.
Hey Andrew.
Hayley Wooden Bill.
Hey up Hayley.
Mick Jews.
Hey up Mick.
And Mr. Wayne the Woodturner.
Hey up Wayne, how are you? I haven't spoke to your senior for ages.
And with that, I'm going to go and play with car brakes again.
Yeah. Yes, you go and do that.
I'll see you in a bit.
So what I'm doing is just using the edge of this tip, and I'm going to be adding shading. So the reason why Phil has had to disappear today is because our 25-year-old turned up this morning and said, Dad, can you help me with the brakes? And of course, what does he do? Help him with his brakes, because that's what dads do. Yeah, he wanted to change all the brake pads on his car. And it's been a bit of a, well, tough one. Yeah, I think a few bolts have been sheared and lots of curse words have been said. But we'll leave that there. So I hope everybody is good. Getting some good effects with the flow. Oh, flow medium. Ah, okay. Talking amongst yourself. Cool. Yeah. The show was good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I hope everybody else enjoyed it. It was good to see everybody. It's a nice social event. We didn't actually buy anything. Did anybody else buy anything? I'm just use the tip just to pull that down. So I'm just pulling down, and then it's just the edge. It's just where the lights would be. I'm just pulling that tip down gently. There we go, and I'm going to pull across just to darken that down just a little bit. So pull that down, there we go. See that? You bought loads, did you, Mick? Yeah, far too much. Yeah, we were good, although we'll say he's decided that he wants Phil's decided he wants to buy a bigger planer. The only thing is we're going to have to actually extend the workshop, so I'm not quite sure, you know, what's going off with that. we haven't got space in the current workshop for the planer, so extend it. Yeah. So it's one of those, you come back with lots and lots of ideas when you go to shows, don't you? Like too many ideas. Yeah, so right, I'm going to just gently move backwards and forwards over here just to darken this down. It's just this part up here. Just want to get that down, and then I've left a lighter patch there, but it's a little bit bigger than what I've got there, so I'm just going to take that over there like that, and yeah, so I can dull that down a little bit. I've got a line going through, which is just the grain of the wood, and it's just going to stay there. It's just one of those that doesn't really darken down, so we'll just embrace it. So just bringing that across there. What did you treat yourself to, Mick? You bought more. You bought more, but Mick took some of it, I think. Did you get your wood in your car, Hayley, or did Mick put it in his car? That was funny yesterday. He had more stuff on our store than we had. Hey, that's the way to shop if you've got somewhere to put it. Can't falter. Yeah, if you're gonna shop, you gotta have somewhere to store it while you're still shopping. So just taking that over there, just dulling this down a little bit, getting some dark in there. I think this bit here needs a little bit over it, so I'm just going to go over that again as well, just gently going backwards and forwards, just using that swinging motion, just using the edge, so my pen is not flat, it is tilted slightly, just using the edge, just swinging it backwards and forwards and across there like that. So you lot of bonkers. There we go. So just gonna, I think I'm gonna go a little bit more actually, just there, just a little bit more. That's better. And then that comes down just there, so darkening a bit down across there. That's it. And then going on, just put another layer on here, still using just the edge, just gently moving backwards and forwards, just to dull it down a little bit. New toys, yes, yes, you definitely need new toys, Mick. I was just wondering what new toys you had bought. So just going to come up here to darken this bit down as well. So Phil nearly bought a new toy. I meant to buy a smock and completely forgot. I completely forgot to what's it? I looked at one and then got sidetracked. So I didn't buy what I went for. But never mind, eh? Just going up there, just add that in there, just like that. You got a brilliant deal on a cast router table, nice. Hey, Bitten, how are you doing? You're sitting outside enjoying the sunshine. I don't blame you. It's been lovely here too. It's been absolutely lovely. Yeah, you've got to take the sunshine when it arrives, otherwise it disappears too quick. absolutely disappears too quick. Right, so bringing that over there a little bit more too. There we go. So there's lots of just adding layers to what I've already done here at the minute. So it's just building up these layers very, very gently, making sure some of these are, you know, blended in quite well. So we've got here where it's like, looks like a dead stop. So what I'm going to do is use the tip but on the edge and just gently go across just to take out that dead stop line just there, and say it just blends it just that little bit nicer. By going around and blending one colour into the other, it creates a nice transition, so when you're looking at it, it just looks nice. Then we're going to put in a little bit more over here, and then pull that over there. Get that nice, got a nice clean line up there, so I try getting that clean line in, but relatively dark. So just going going quite slow. The slower you go, the darker you burn. The lighter you, the faster you go, the lighter you burn. Now bringing that there like that. Just gently moving side to side. That's it. Right. I've done a few bits on that. I think I'm going to come down and tackle these rims. I'm one chuck closer to Hayley now, but still about 6 behind, I think. How many you got, Mick? I think we've only got 4. So, just push that over. Just gonna bring this around a little bit more. So just using the tip, but the edge of the tip, just to add that tire in there. And I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit darker there. 8? Wow. Do you actually use them all? Or do you find that you favour certain ones over others? And anybody else for that matter, does anybody find that they favour, they have, you know, more chucks than they need, and you favour certain ones? So just going to bring some of that layering up, and it's just your first layer just to stop the scorch. So always put a base layer on first. If you were painting a wall, you'd put a base coat on. If you're burning a picture, put a base layer on. Just the same. Although, if you're painting a wall, you're not going to scorch it, but, you know, you never know. Depends how you feel. Bringing that around, I'm coming up. Trying to make sure that I am doing contour shading. Contour shading is when you go around the curve, rather than straight lines or circles. Yes, I've had 2 that get used mostly, but they all get used. I'm too lazy to change jaws over. Yeah, I favour certain ones, whilst others have more specialised jaws on that I only use occasionally. See, I'm not that specialised at the moment. I haven't been turning that long, so yeah, I'm not got that collection bug just yet. I'm sure it'll come though. I'm sure Phil will curse me. But yeah. Right. Going over there. Keeping with that contour. It's interesting to know, you know, sort of what you favour and stuff like that. And I suppose it's with any craft or hobby or anything that you do, you always tend to favour certain tools, don't you? In my defence, quite a few came in a bundle of buys of second-hand stuff. They're the best ones. You always find your favourites when you buy the second-hand stuff. Hayley only needs bowl chunks. So just bringing that over there like that. You getting some flack off Mick today, Hayley. I'd give him some back if I was you. Just bringing that down there. Can't let him get away with it. I noticed how he's giving you more flack after you've seen him yesterday. He knows he's safe. He's not got a thick ear. Just bringing that. Just adding some more layers to this. We've got these darker sections in here, and I'll start plotting those out in a moment. But I just want to add another quick layer, just to add another layer. Really, it's the more layers that gets added, the darker it's going to get, and it needs to be black. So we're going to aim for black. And pull that over there like that. And then keep going around. So just keep going around in this circle. Well, oval. It's not really an oval. The tyre is a circle, but in the picture it looks like an oval. So, how rude! I can turn a pan. Yeah. You're not stupid. I'm not within range. I thought so, Mick. I thought so. You might remember it for next time, though. Right, what I'm going to do is start. I've got some darker shapes in here, and I'm going to start plotting them out now. So I'm actually on a 37, but I'm going to go down to a 36. I know that sounds counterproductive because I want it dark, but when you're using the tip, it's very concentrated on the wood. So as you can see, even though I've gone down, because I'm only making little tiny marks on the wood, it actually comes out darker than you think. So, bringing that up there like that. There, and then we're just gonna fill that in, really. Just using the tip just to fill it in quite nicely. There we go. So. Hey up, Andy. How are you, Lucy, and the kids? Hope you guys are doing okay, and the kids had a great time, and you had a great time yesterday. Did you buy anything good? Yeah. He's high on caffeine, and all he has done today is drink coffee. Yeah, should you? I think we need to buy him some decaf coffee. What do you reckon? You have a very good memory. Oh my gosh, I have a terrible one. Hey up, Huey. How are you doing? How are you, Polly, and the kids? It was nice to see you and Callum yesterday. Hello. We're all good. Only spent 35 quid. That's not bad. That's not bad. Was that on you or the kids? Right, just gonna add in a little bit down there because we've got another shape going off down here. It's gonna go all the way down. All this is just basically like it's the wall of the tyre. Just has all the details on for what size it is and brand it is and etc, etc, etc. Just pulling that down there like that. There we go. And I'm going to pull that down there because we've got a dark patch there before we get to this light bit. So I'm just going to add that in just there. So we've got a bit of a dark patch there. So just gently adding that in. I don't want to scorch that too much, otherwise it just goes yellow and nasty, and we don't want yellow and nasty. There we go, and then inside there will be that metal rim just there. Hey up, Lucy. How are you, Andy, and the kids? I hope you had a great day yesterday. We're doing okay. We're catching up clearing the garden. I'm burning some rubbish. Yeah, that's a good idea. Phil, he might be in a little while. He's doing the brakes on our 25-year-old's car. Well, he's watching over the 25-year-old doing it. Yeah, just trying to teach him, because obviously they don't learn unless you show them, do they? So I'd rather show him now. Oh, good, thanks. Callum really enjoyed himself and has now developed a trend for wearing a clean sport hat. Well, nothing wrong with that. Although, yeah, I was thinking about he's got really curly hair, hasn't he? In other words, he's watching and having a coffee and a vape. A coffee and a cigarette. He doesn't vape. He's old-fashioned. It's a good old rolly. So just bringing that down there. But yeah, he's sort of watching. Just turning this up now to 37. Just needs a little bit more oomph on here. They was trying to get the springs back on, because they've done the front ones, and of course the front ones are disc brakes, and then his back ones are drum brakes as usual. And they was trying to get this spring back in when they were doing one of the back brakes, and he's actually tore all his hand up. So he came in bleeding everywhere earlier. So I had to sort him out, but he's all right. Okay, so just pulling that down. Mick Drew's made me a lovely cowboy hat. Thank you, Mick. Yeah, I got a couple of hats. They are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to, I'm actually going to burn the hats live on here. Doing a steampunk theme. So I've got to get a design going for a little miniature hat. Well, it's not miniature. It's about this big. The top hat is. So it's about that big, and about that wide. So that'll be fun to burn that live with you guys. And then I've got a shorter one as well that we'll be doing. So I've got to plan out some designs for that, and that'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So just getting that darker bit in that rim just around here at the minute. So just using the tip and just bringing that down and then bring it back up. There we go. There we are. And then bringing that, I'm going to use the edge there a little bit more just to bring down onto this flat wall of this tyre. Bringing that around there like that. And then just using this side as well to pull down. There we go. So I'm just checking, just reading comments. Nothing wrong with short. No. Perfect size for AGK. And you, Lucy. Perfect size for you too. So there. I've actually had to keep the hats that I've got in the box, Mick. Otherwise, the kids will be running off with them. Especially my 15-year-old, especially when he sees the steampunk hat, because he absolutely loves steampunk. So I'm going to have to keep it out of the way of him, because he'll be stealing it. So just bringing that down. I need to make this a little bit more darker. So just bring it down. I'm going to move slowly. There we are. That's better. Just bringing it around, making sure I'm burning with that curve. You really do need to burn with that curve. Bringing that up there. That's it. And then I'm going to bring up this way now. So just using the edge. So I've got it tilted on its side and just using the edge. And the reason why I use the edge is because, as you can see, it gives a nice wide shade and fills the area quite nicely, relatively fast, and it doesn't give a hard line. I don't like working in hard lines. Hard lines tend to cut into the wood, and I don't want to cut into the wood. You burn the surface. So if you, obviously you guys can't feel this, but you know, you can feel a few little bumps and a little bit in there, but generally it's quite flat. So the hats and the guns. Them guns were pretty good. I didn't show my kids, mate, because I'd have been buying them. They show were popular. Oh goodness. I'm selling them. The tank that I bought off your brother, Mick. My lad absolutely loved it. I pulled it out the bag. I put it on the table, and he was like, "Oh my god!" He says, "That is so cool." So he took it home with him. I didn't even say it was for him. He put it back in the bag and just took it home with him. So it was a hit. So please say thank you to your brother. It was I was the best mum for the weekend, which is pretty cool. So just pulling that down there like that. And I gave him, well, he took the card as well, so he may end up with a few more orders. So, just gonna get some more dark in here. We need to get some in. So I'm just gonna move backwards and forwards. I'm using more of the tip just to give that concentrated burn. I don't want a yellow overburn, but I want a concentrated burn, so it burns relatively dark. That sounds weird when I say it, but I know what I mean. What I might actually do is turn this up, so I'm going to go up to a 38. There we go. By going up in the temperatures gradually, it helps to keep your burn pretty even. But if you can whack it up and go hell for leather, but it's not going to quite come out how you want it to come out. So I'm just going to go a little bit darker. By gradually getting hotter and hotter, it works. I find it works better for me anyway. For this kind of purpose. So just reading comments again. Okay, I'll let my brother know. Thanks, mate. I was the best mum for the whole weekend. But not any holiday. Oh, it's for Callum and Harrogate, isn't it? Yeah. Excuse me, Andrew. With being short? No, definitely nothing wrong with being short, mate. I think the saying goes, all good things come in small packages. So I need to keep some. Pretty cool. Yeah, so just gonna go up here. I have to stop burning to read comments because I actually have to turn over there and look up, because the TV actually comes down from the ceiling that I read comments from. So it's pretty difficult to burn and read comments at the same time. So does poison. Well, yeah, that's very true, Lucy. Very true. You have a negative mind today. What's up with you? Alright, so I'm just going to use the edge here and the tip. I'm just going to come down there, but I'm going to go relatively slow because I want it dark. There we are, just pulling across towards the left. Where it's really, really dark, I don't need to sort of worry about that, like the contour shading going in the direction to create that optical illusion. But I do when I'm going around there, because it's not completely black, you can see all the little lines and the light bit where the light hits on the ridges of that tyre. So just coming down, gently moving backwards and forwards, using that swinging motion just to bring that around and darken that there. Now I've got a line going down there, so I'm just going to fill that in. Have a quick read. No change. No, just pulling that down there. Putting it underneath there, just like that. So has anybody got anything exciting planned for this next week or next month, or what you guys up to? I'm gonna bring that over, just over there. Just going to bring this over here, making sure that I'm using that contour shading. It looks like we'll be extending the workshop. I can't say that that's exciting though. I suppose it is and it isn't. Yeah, so it's great to extend the workshop, but yeah, also the work that's involved. So just bringing that over there. And I'm going to pull that around there, just using this edge here, just pulling that down into that tyre. There we go. And what I'm going to do is this dark bit in this tyre is here, so I'm just going to add that in nicely just there. Just bringing that down. Just making that nice and dark, just so we can, it gets that real sort of effect in there. I'm just using the edge and the tip. The tip is kind of running along that line there. Not a hard line, still pretty soft shade, but just making it nice and dark. So when you're working with realism, which is obviously what this is, make it look real, you're working with the lights and the darks, you're working with the tonal values, and if you get the tonal values right, so you get like the lightest of lights and the darkest of darks and the bits in between, you know, then start to create something that looks realistic. Don't be afraid to burn dark, because burning dark is just as important as leaving the light highlights in as well. You know, and what's the worst thing that can happen if you burn too dark? You have to sand it off. Run it through the sander and job's a good one. I'm just putting that down there like that. So just having a quick read. That one is out of the way, and then I can get on with the steampunk blunderbuss pistol. Nice. Sounds pretty interesting there, mate. I look forward to seeing that one at the Village Casino night. Village Casino night. That sounds really exciting, Lucy. In a couple of weeks. Friday, and Andy and I are going on the Saturday. Nice, nice. That sounds pretty cool. night out to yourselves. Just finished painting Tribal Mandalorian. Oh, nice. Look forward to seeing that, Andrew. My 11-year-old absolutely loves Mandalorian. So I'll be looking out for the pictures so I can show him. It's always good when the kids like stuff. Putting that across there like that. There we go. I've got some steampunk work coming up. My students in the membership that I run are wanting something steampunk. So we've chosen a photograph of, well, sort of chosen a photograph of some steampunk people to see how they get on with doing pyro of people. This will be the first time that they'll be doing people, so it's human portraits. Can be a little on the tricky side, but we'll see how they go. I'm excited to see what they've learnt over the course of the last few months and where it'll take them next. But yeah, I'm always excited to do steampunk stuff because it's awesome. Can't beat it. Right. I think we can start getting some of this dark in here. So I'm going to turn this down again now. So I'm going to go back down to a 36. So I was on a 38. I'm going back down to a 36. And I'm going to start getting some of this in here. And I just check in. So we've got a rim there. And then we're here with this dark mark here, and it comes from about here. So yeah, I absolutely love steampunk things. I must make it to Whitby at some point. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be a great day. I found the little guide thing that you gave the kids on the workshop this morning. What little guide thing? Or was that? I think it was Mick Hambry that gave them a course thing. Not quite sure. There we go. So just bringing that around there like that. Just plotting that in really, so I know where it's going. Because otherwise I lose track completely, especially as I'm talking. And bringing that up there like that. Not all the way. That actually goes a little bit thicker, that line does, so I'm just going to take that around a little bit thicker. There we go. I'm just using the tip, just bringing it backwards and forwards just to widen that line a little bit. Just widen it a little bit by little bit rather than just going, you know, sort of hell for leather with it. So easy to go hell for leather and then go, uh-oh, went too far. So just bringing that down there. And bringing that up. So widen it bit by bit. There we go. And you know what I've gone and done, Mick? I've left his award in the house. Although I do have my phone on me with the video that Andrew made. And I think that's probably why he's hiding outside, you know, with Sam doing his breaks. Because I told him I was going to show it. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just go over this again, just to get this nice and dark again. So, yeah, so I left it outside. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I'll play the video. You'll have to watch it on my phone, because I don't know how to put it on there since he's changed the system over. It was alright when he used to use OBS. I could put the videos into OBS and play them straight off the OBS, but he's got this ATEM thingy-majiggy now, and I don't know how to work it properly to be able to get the video in. Otherwise I would, because I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So just putting this shape in here now. Bringing that around and down there. And bringing it across there, because that comes around there, that shape does, so we're just going to get that in just there and bring that over, which is that bit there, bringing it over, just using the tip, and then bringing down the side of that cap there, which will be there, and then bringing it into that section there, and I'm going to move that over there and just fill this in very, very gently. So it's still looking very brown instead of black at the minute, just here, because I haven't gone too dark with the temperature. Well, too hot with the temperature, should I say. It's not dark, is it really? It's hot. It's hot. So just going to slow down a little bit and pull that down and see what that gives me. If it doesn't give me black enough, then I'll turn it up one and see if that does it. Sometimes when you move slow, it gives you the dark that you're looking for on the same temperature, and sometimes it doesn't, so that's when you know that you need to go up a little bit in your temperature. Just using the tip, bringing that in. Right, so this bit here, so I'm going to try and get this little triangle in here, so just using the tip and bringing it down. That's it, got it in. Perfecto. Right, now we're going to get this section in here, so just using the tip, very tip, and putting that in there, and bringing that down and around there, and bring that side down there. So I'm trying not to get these chrome bits in, just gonna move up there like that. There we go, just filling those darks in, just there. Just having a quick read. No, Rob did a brilliant job of fills. He did. It was absolutely brilliant. Like I say, I've left it in the house. I meant to bring it with me. I really did. So just bringing that around there like that, and then bringing that up there. And say Andrew did a video. He managed to catch a video of him, so we'll watch that. It's absolutely brilliant. So you'll have to watch it off my phone. I'll zoom the camera in. But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And he went bright red as well. So, and we're going to get this one in here. So just taking that up over there like that, and bringing it down. Yeah, you can see at the end of the video he goes bright red. It's pretty good. Just getting that dark in there, just pulling that in. There we go. And then so we're going to add this big one in here. So we're going to go from, this actually goes up into that and around, so let's take it that way, up and around over there. Bring that, so we've got a little bit down there, so we'll put that bit in just there. There we go. And then from there, pull that down all the way down there, and then fill in that bit just there. There we go. So it's starting to look like what it's supposed to. A wheel. Yay! It looks like a wheel. So just going to go a little bit slower on this temperature just to see what we can get in. There we go. Bringing that up. It doesn't matter whether you bring something down or take it up. It's, you know, whatever's comfortable for you. I tend to do both. Depends on, depends on pulling it down all the time. You can, it's good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's just nice to change position and change, change the action that you're using. That didn't sound very good, that didn't, I must admit. But we won't go there. We won't go there. Right. So, in here we've got a little tiny bit going round. So I'm going to be really quick with this. I'm going to do the tip, but I'm going to be really quick. So what I'm going to do, to keep the tip pretty cool, instead of messing with the temperature, I'm just going to blow it. So as I touch the wood, I'm going to blow. Just making sure that goes in there pretty well. Keeping that curve, because that's what that is. There we go. By blowing that, that is just made it so the tip is cool enough to touch the wood without going too dark. So again, I've got these little tiny shapes in here. I'm going to blow again. There we go. When I first started doing pyrography years and years ago, it takes a while to get used to doing that swinging motion, backwards and forwards, and not burning hell out the wood. And I used to blow the tip. It's one of the tricks that you can use, is blowing the tip, just to cool it enough to touch the wood. And when I'd finished in the workshop, you spend a couple of hours in the workshop. You go in for something quick, don't you? Let's face it. And you come out about 3 hours later with something that you didn't even go in for. And it's so easy to do. And I used to go back in, and the kids would say, "Mum, my youngest, he was sort of like learning his way around Minecraft, and he was, sort of like learning to spell things. And he used to say to me, Mum, can you write this down on a piece of paper? He wanted, I don't know, some type of stone out of Minecraft. And I'd take the pen off him, and I'd start blowing the tip as I was writing the particular stone thing, whatever it was that he wanted on this piece of paper. And he used to laugh at me because I didn't even realise that I was doing it. So I'd just sit there blowing the tip of this pen, and I was like, what, why? But yeah, it was funny. So they always knew when I'd been in the workshop doing pyrography, because I used to come back out blowing tips. There we go. So we've got a little shape coming this way. So let's put that in. And it's a rounded shape on here. So I'm going to blow again. There we go. We just created that hubcap, really. I'm going to go back that way. So, there we go. Looking good, looking good. Right. What time are we on? 9 minutes to. Phil's not back yet. I think he's hiding actually. I think he's hiding from you, Mick. So I'm going to put a little bit more in here actually. There we go. Yeah, so I think he's hiding from you. Come on, what would you have got him to do this week? What would you have made him do? So just pulling that. I'm just going to add on a little bit more of a layer only for here actually. Sylvester. Cool. Sylvester and Tweety. Yeah. So I think he's hiding. He was blushing when he had his award, you see. Pull that down a little bit more, give it a little bit of a layer. Yeah. Sylvester is a pretty cool cat though. Just using the tip actually, just there. Actually, I'm going to turn up. I'm still on 36 because obviously we're doing that bit there. I'm going to go up to a 38 and just put that in there. A giraffe. Hey, Huey, if he did a giraffe, it'd probably turn out looking like an elephant. So that would be something else completely and utterly. It's Dalmatian or something. It'd be really, really spotty. Andrew's just sent me some photos. Give me a second. What you sent, Andrew? Oh, cool helmet. Nice. Looking good. Looking really good. How big is it? Is it one that goes actually on your head, or is it just like a little model one? What is it? And just pulling that around. I'm just going to darken that down because there's actually not a lot of difference between those. Actually, that in there can be darker, can't it? There we go. Probably come out as a penguin. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, mate. It's just, bless him. His artistic bones are, they're growing. Slowly. So just bringing that down. I wanted that bit in there, just really, really dark. I'll get him on this pyro machine yet, you know. I will. More definite than probably you. Yeah. It's called a black blob. Just pulling that around. Now that's nicely dark, that bit is. I'm going to do that again. Bringing that all the way down. Yeah, that's worked pretty well, that has. Just going nice and slow. Slowly, slowly. Pyrography is really slow. You definitely got to bring your patience when you do pyrography. Bringing that across and under there like that. but surprisingly, it's therapeutic. This is the test print, so it's only 6 inches tall. The next one will be full size. Nice. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. He had a my boy. He had he's one of his favourite characters is Captain Rex, and that's probably not a Mandalorian, but I don't really know who's who on Star Wars. I know he likes the Mandalorian, and I know one of his favourite characters is Captain Rex and Ahsoka. And we actually I bought him a Captain Rex Lego helmet for Christmas, ones that you have to build up. And last time we were in the other week, he hadn't built it up, and we took it to the hospital while he was having his chemo. And because we're there all day, it literally took him the whole day to build this Lego Captain Rex helmet. Kept him quiet for ages. It was great. So he came home and he got this one of the Captain Rex helmets. So I think he's got his eye on a Darth Vader one next. So you're just going to bring that over there, just putting another layer on there, really. I think. Oh, 3 minutes to. Looks like life size to me. Yeah. I don't know. Catching up where I am. I'm hoping a giraffe diamond painting kit will arrive this week. Ooh, that's nice. I hope she likes it, Lucy. Oops, you know Phil's hiding there. Yeah, I know he's hiding. So I'm going to finish with this. I think I've talked your guys' head off for long enough. So there we go. That's the Dodge Charger. It now has a wheel rim. So I'll show you this. Maybe just pull this video up, and then what I'll do is I'll zoom it in. But it was pretty cool. Right, I'm not quite sure if you can hear this properly. Press pause and zoom in. Oh, that's out. So there we go. Watch. Let me just put that there.
Recognition, and we can make sure this is also received on YouTube as well. So, in honour of that, Rob has made you a little award for doing that. So, if you'd like to accept your award. Show us your reward. There you go. Recognition.
There you go, guys. But he was definitely very red with that. So thank you, Rob and Mick and everybody else that was involved in that. That was absolutely brilliant. I've got to put it up on the wall. I will. It's in my bag. It's still in my bag because I was still carrying it around yesterday because everybody was still asking to look at it. So it's still in my bag from yesterday. I will pull it out next week and show you guys because it is absolutely brilliant. Rob did an absolutely fabulous job, so thank you so much for everybody for Phil's Giraffe Artist of the Year 2025. It was absolutely brilliant. So it was funny, and it really was funny. He's he's not good at being centre of attention, I must admit, but yeah, that was really, really good. So right, on that note, I will see you guys next week for part 8, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more in there. And thank you very much for joining me. Great to see some of you guys over the weekend, and we'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.